Hello everyone, this is HuskyStarcraft here. I'm going to be casting a 1 versus 1 between our purple Terran player up here in the top center. His name is FXO QXC, really just known as QXC because he is on the team FXO. His opponent is going to be FXO TGun, also just known as TGun, who I looked him up. He is ranked currently at about 130th in the Grandmaster League, so top 200 in North America. QXC, I'm guessing, has been either traveling a lot or not playing on the American server, as I believe he plays on a lot of the other servers as well, but he is not currently ranked on the North American server, which don't let that discourage you from thinking he's an amazing player, because he is really good. I think he's like 23-1 or something in his Master League right now, so obviously doing not too bad there, and I'm sure he's playing on some of the other servers as well. So it will be a Terran versus Zerg. This is going to be the MLG version of Metalopolis, which I believe this one means you cannot spawn in close positions, so he knows for a fact that QXC is not going to be right there. We'll see if he sends his Overlord there. And in this version, they are allowed, I believe, there's so many different versions of Metalopolis, I always can get them all confused, but he should know that he's either going to be here or all the way across the map up here and not even bother scouting down here, which you can see the drone is now moving out, I think, to confirm that. But we will have cross positions, which usually means a longer style of game, just because, well, it takes longer for your units to get there, gives your opponent more time to react, and also there is a supply depot at the bottom of this ramp on the MLG version, preventing any sort of bunker wall-in or anything like that. If you do try and do that, you either have to kill the supply depot or build a lot of bunkers all the way around, I guess, but even then, it is very difficult. Drone is going to slip in here, start harassing this poor working SCV. Talk about violence at the workplace. However, the drone is going to stop that, as QXC is forced to pull off an SCV to, you know, kind of deal with it, which is just one good thing that anyone can do against the Terran players. Try and slip in a worker, force them to pull another worker off the line. It's just basically one less worker they have mining. There is going to be a tech lab on the way. Is QXC going to cancel this or let the drone leave with that intel? It looks like he will keep it going, as he really has nothing to deal with this drone, because, I mean, look, at the fact of the matter is that he has to he either has to get out of Marine, which takes time, or show off the tech lab. So he does have a Reaper on the way. This is going to be glaringly obvious to the Zerg player, and QXC just lowers a supply depot to let that drone go on home. So he's being a pacifist right now, not doing any damage to that drone. It looks like TGun is going for a couple of Zerglings here, and is he making more? He does have 2 more on the way. And I think the reason for this is just to deal with that Reaper. Usually you only need to get 4 to grab those watchtowers, with 2 in your base to deal with a scouting worker. However, he does know that there's a Reaper, which easily controlled can kill Zerglings off of the creep. No problem. So there's 6 Zerglings done, 2 more drones, and the hatchery just now going down. This is about as late as you can get a hatchery as a Zerg and still be, you know, considered playing off of 2 bases. Otherwise, it's more of a 1 base timing on that. And we do have Reapers now, with Nitro Packs going to be on the way. This is a bit of an old school play where he's going to be getting Hellions as well as Reapers. So this is really old school. A lot of times you would see Reaper rushes against Zerg a long time ago, and Zergs have not had to practice against it in a while. So maybe this could actually work for QXC. He's going to start throwing his little hand grenades down here. The Zergling speed has finished, so that Reaper is too slow to escape unless he can abuse his cliff, which he does. Here comes the Hellion right now, so an insane, like I've mentioned before, QXC loves micro-oriented builds. There's a second Reaper arriving with the Nitro Packs nearly completed, as you need a factory to get that upgrade, which is why he went ahead and got a Hellion as well, just to try and do some splash damage and let the Reapers finish off the Zerglings. I don't know the exact HP of it, but it would seem that if a Reaper or if a Hellion can just get 1 or 2 nice shots on the Zerglings, and the Reapers can just clean them off easily. And TGun wisely going to be getting a lot of Zerglings here, transferring the drones down. This is really smart of him to do. Maybe start working towards some roaches or something. But the fact of the matter is that this build that QXC has done forces the Zerg player to have to play defensive, and at the same time you can see he's already expanding. I like this spine crawler from TGun. He will most likely get one in his main base as well. Yes, he will, and that is absolutely brilliant of him, just to deal with Hellions and Reapers. However, QXC has stopped making the Hellions and instead just continuing to make a couple of Reapers, just harassing a little bit with this Hellion. Here come the Reapers right now to try and do some damage. The Zerglings will have to turn around and go home, though, as the Reapers have hopped up inside the main base. Queen got to try and move over here but not going to be fast enough. And this is such a tense moment. I do not envy a Zerg in this position trying to deal with this level of harassment with Reapers zooming all around. But if the Zerg can get this round, then he could get it. He does kill off the Hellion, forces the Reapers on the high ground, and will, gets picked up by the medevac there. I was going to say, if those Reapers jump down, then that is going to be not good. However, a medevac with Reapers, I don't think I've ever seen that in a pro level game, at least not 4 Reapers, and the medevac's going to be healing these up. So he does have his starport up here. He only made one medevac there to pick him up, which is pretty amusing to me. So he's going to be doing a medevac Reaper harass, which I definitely have never seen. There is an additional Reaper being added here. And the one thing about Reapers that usually makes them bad is they slowly get whittled down and taken out. But with a medevac here, you can allow them to take a little bit of damage and then just heal them right after. You can see now they're all going to be topped off. They don't have that much HP, so the medevac can easily continue healing them. And now the Reapers are in range of the hatchery. And just keep an eye on the production tab to see what else could be coming. We do have 2 reactors as well as stim pack on the way, microing the Reapers back individually as if they are blink stalkers. Doesn't lose a single Reaper there, and these poor queens slowly getting whittled down. 1 queen goes down, and this medevac still at a decent amount of energy. The hatchery is under fire. 14 Zerglings are going to be on the way. The queen's trying to save it. There was, I believe, a transfuse there, but there's just too much damage out of these Reapers, making them look extremely powerful right now. And the medevac just needs to make sure to keep healing them, and they will be just fine. Queen stuck a little bit off the creep, and they're just slow. I feel like Reapers are just stabbing them with toothpicks, which is so frustrating. A couple of Zerglings now trying to intercept that, but there's still 5 Reapers on the field, just massacring this Zerg player. During this, QXC has expanded, and will be taking out this hatchery as well. The queens are just too slow, and Zerglings having to be produced here to try and save these. But this is an absolute just destruction with these Reapers, and now they're finally going to stay over there and just kind of chill out by the tower during that. So now QXC has followed this up with Marine Siege Tank, so something standard to follow it up with. Has he done enough damage, though? If he kills this hatchery, I absolutely think he will have. And the Zerglings going to try and intercept this, but guess what? Reapers can jump down cliffs, and they are healed by the medevac. So he's trying to kill the medevac with the queen. The medevac is almost down, and queens do have a decent range with their darts that they throw at the medevac. However, the medevac is still just chilling up there, being a complete pest. I'm almost afraid to look at units lost tab here. 1,600 resources lost for only 150 by QXC. Wow, this build is pretty good against a top 200 Grandmaster League player. These queens are stuck on hold position, and the Zerglings still not able to get that surround just because they are too fast. And I just feel like TGun's not going to be too happy once the remainder of this army gets to his base. Now, it looks like the medevac, since it has gone down, these Reapers will be much more vulnerable with their nitro packs, can really go toe-to-toe with those Zerglings. Their move speed is going to be 3.84, and they're going against a 4.7. So, plus that 1.4. So, Zerglings are really fast when they're standing on creep. But off of creep, the Reapers can survive just a little bit longer. QXC has decided to transition into more of a normal army, and these Reapers, I believe, are at their limits for the amount of damage they can do. But this Reaper has 15 kills. This Reaper has 9 kills, and this one has 9 kills as well. So, I feel like these Reapers have done much more than anyone could have ever hoped for. And so QXC is going to lose both of these finally. So TGun finally catches a break, but QXC is probably going to move out right now and be like, okay, enjoy your 20 seconds of freedom because I have siege mode ready to be knocking at your front door. TGun is going to be transitioning into a Spire, which is standard versus Terran. However, usually haven't taken this much damage versus Terran. So I don't know if TGun's going to be very comfortable in the position that he's in. He does have 52 drones. He just needs to make sure not to make too many more. He does have roaches on the way, and is currently making no drones, just getting that extractor, double extractor for the additional gas, and that's going to be for those mutalisks. But QXC is already knocking at your door, and this Overlord's like, okay, I just give up after watching that massacre. Only a couple roaches in here and a couple of Zerglings. QXC's army is going to be extremely powerful. He does have stim as well as combat shields. And there is going to be the GG. That is the first time I have seen a Zerg player lose to Reapers in months. So QXC bringing it back. You know, he's the guy who's wearing, you know, clothes fashion styles that were popular 25 years ago, and he makes them look good. He's making fanny packs look good as he is just using an outdated unit known as the Reaper for crazy levels of harassment. And the APM on that one, 161 overall. Our Zerg player at 121 in and attempt to deal with that harassment. So phenomenal play by QXC in this game. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. TGun will probably never listen to this song, Don't Fear the Reaper, again. Ba-noonch.